Hey guys, in this video we are going to see how can we use Firestore Emulator Suite to test our Firestore rules and also deploy those Firestore rules from the local machine. So let's see, and if I go to the rules tab, you can see the different type of rules for each collection. So now let's go to Visual Studio. Here we have a test.js. The project structure is like this. So let's go ahead and first change these rules to by default, which is like this. And then we change this to this. So let's deploy these rules now using the command Firebase deploy only Firestore rules. So this would change the existing rules to current one as this. So let's see, it says deploy complete, and let's go back. Now we refresh this. Yes, we see the rules changed now. These rules first. So we go to test and we go here and just simply first we need to start our emulator. And for setting up all these cases or emulator etc., please refer to the article mentioned in the link below. So now as the emulator has started on localhost 8080, we just need to run the test now. So this can be done simply by npm test. So this every test is failing because we changed the rules. So now it's time to change back the rules so that these test cases pass. So let's look at our first test case. It requires user to log in before doing Firestore action. So this targets a collection called as template, and it has authentication set as null, and this null, it should fail because there is no authentication and it should not be able to set any Firestore action. But because of our current rule, which doesn't have any authentication checks or not, so that's why it is failing. So now let's target and go to our templates, copy this, paste here, and now this rule says only if the authenticated ID is not null, then only the test case should pass. So here we have passed it as null. Now let's deploy this rule again. We go to the third terminal and we deploy. So deploy is complete, and now let's go back here and run our test. npm test. So what this test cases or these errors say that we don't have enough rules for enough 9 collections, and the rule is only specified for one of the collection, which is template. And copy paste all the rules from here to here, which just simply is ID checks and nothing else. And let's deploy it again. This time we should keep it as, because we have only tested for the first rule now. Go to second tab, run the test again. Now this should pass. Okay, so this passes because now in the templates, which you can see here, templates, only if request or auth.id is not null, then only it should pass. So the next test case, let's uncomment this. It should let anyone read Wonder. Wonder is the collection name. So let's see what is the rule defined for Wonder collection. Allow read, create, update if the auth ID is not null. So let's go ahead and run this test now. Okay, so second test also passing because the UID or the auth ID is not null here. We have passed some ID here. Uncomment this, and it should only let user create their own profile. So if here we pass Alice as the first UID, and we then profile.doc Alice, which means that we try to access Alice collection, try to access or set Bob's profile. So this should fail because the authenticated ID is Alice. Let's see. Okay, so 3 tests passing. to see the rule of this collection, let's see. This is the collection profile, and for profile collection, it is allow read, create, update only if the auth ID is equal to the ID. So that's it from this video, guys. If you like this video, please comment, subscribe, and source code for this hopefully would be in the link description below. Thank you.